for today's cup of coffee, got some new stuff coming on, and but we're using fire theme. Oh, that was a rapid zoom, wasn't it? We got that going, that going, got this going. I don't know, it seemed appropriate to be discussing spooky things. That's going to annoy me. Let me move my heater. Yeah, that was just there bothering me. It's still there, but you know, it'll be all right. Yesterday, I'm sure that those of you recognized a little bit of stress and hesitancy as I was speaking about the demonic possession. And when you talk about a paranormal event that has occurred in your life, or that you have witnessed, or that someone close to you has been affected by, there's a little bit of apprehension. I've lived with this all my life, and so when you're telling the events, you expect to be gaslighted, because if somebody else was not there, then it rocks their world. It shakes their paradigm, their view of the world and of life. And so with that, there comes a lot of disbelief. I think that you've got a lot of people that want to believe, and those that don't want to believe because they don't want to have to deal with it. So when you have been one of these people that was born into this stuff, and you didn't have to look for it, it found you, you sort of expect a negative response. One of the things that happens quite frequently when we do have a paranormal occurrence, or whether I have a paranormal occurrence and try to relay it to someone, and for some reason that is still automatic for me, because it freaks me out too. It's not like I sit around with specters every day, and maybe we do and we just don't recognize it. But to sit there and go, oh, look, did you see? And everybody's looking at you going, it's just you. But it's still that automatic response, that looking for verification and validation. There are times that other people will be witness. I have lots of witnesses for some of the events. If you require that, I can have other people. It's like, yeah, that really happened. She ain't just totally crazy. That did happen. That can verify what I'm saying. It's sad that we have to do that in today's world, but when it is an experience that other people can't share, it makes it rough. And I will tell you, at one point, I was a paid psychic. That was quite a few years ago. That was before oldest kid, and I think he's pushing 27 or 28. He's born in 93. Y'all can do the math. I ain't going to math today. And so, yeah, because that's a whole thing with religion and theology and the supernatural, and you get into a total mess when you have a paranormal experience, and sometimes you go into a church because they will throw you out. They don't want to believe it either, which is remarkably sad. So, after going through all the newbies, that also includes a new email address. I would love for people to contribute their stories. Other people, type them up, email me. I'll have the email included in the description. It's cupofcoffeewithscream at gmail.com. That's as close as I get to cute, folks. But yeah, I mean, I think that this could be a thing. There's lots of people, anonymous. Yeah, just anonymous. If I'm willing to go out on a limb, which is my limb, is my voice and me sitting behind a camera, because I've got the perfect face for radio. which was why I did it well back in the day. Would love at some point to set my mixing board back up and headphones, and could maybe even tone down the accent even more. That would be great. So this is a project that could be something, and it could just be between us and cat scratching on the box in the rug. But I will share with you today my first supernatural experience, and that was, I was a very small child. I was probably 2 or 3 years old, not sure how old I was. I was an anomaly, even from birth, that, and I can get my mother to verify this, that I was walking, talking, and potty trained at 9 months old. Yeah, I had to hit the ground running, folks. It's rough living in these mountains. Anyhow, my father worked shift work, and so being very small child, I would sleep beside my mother, and she was also doing factory work at the time, so she was tired by the end of the day. And I remember sitting up one night, and there was this shadow in the doorway. And what it was the shape, and it's really hard to hold this camera and not make the hand gestures for this, sort of a humanoid shape, but it was abnormally tall, that the head of it was almost close to the top of the door facing. And as far as defined shoulders, I mean, it had shoulders, but it was like no neck, and the arms extended past where knees would be. I didn't see any eyes or anything like that, and I think that I had actually called my father, who was asleep in the other bedroom, got no response, because I thought maybe that's, who or what it was. I saw the thing, and the thing saw me, and was aware that I was aware of it. It turned and went down the highway, and that was it. And for many, many years, I kept telling my mother, of course I had tried to wake her up. I said, "Mommy, there's a monster in the doorway." And her response was, "Shut up, go back to sleep." Like I said, she was working in a sewing factory, folks. So, small child waking you up in the middle of the night. Now, who wants to deal with the shadow people in the middle of the night? Not many folks. But that was the first experience. And so I'll leave it there. I've got such a treasury, and things that I've told smatterings of people over the years. But I think this could be very cathartic for me and for everyone else who wants to tune in with it. Like I said, very much looking forward to everybody that wants to contribute. And you folks on BitChute, please feel free to. My YouTube folks have been with me for quite a while. The BitChute people, y'all don't talk much, but that's all right. If you want to talk, that's fine. If you want to listen, that's fine too. You make yourself at home. You all have a beautiful, blessed day.